Hi, fans of high quality live chats. I am with Glenn. Yeah, Glenn's frozen again, so we'll skip him for now. Randall Nelson, Rich Strickler, Joe Mayo, me, Mr. Mayo, and Sam St. John and Glenn Kellaway from the frozen basement. Yes, we see it.
I'm trying to think point the other way. That's it.
So we already have our first comment, and Pleasant Valley Picker CA is just saying hello to me.
Hi, Larry.
Yeah. Well, we won't say hello back then. I'm surprised Pleasant Valley Picker's still talking to you after being set up with Molly last week.
I know.
Yeah.
And Robert's on my turntable. Yeah.
Is he there?
No, he's working today.
He's Robert. But yeah, Molly was very accommodating last week.
Yes. You should see her when she has a little to drink.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, Molly, because I know she's watching. I'll be in trouble. So the video I did today, there's a petition this guy started for Disney to get back the bonus stuff on it. But you were thinking, Joe, that's hopefully what the delay is anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't. As far as the petition goes, though, I'm wondering because I don't know if there's only one petition or numerous petitions, but yeah, it's supposed to be a glitch going on with the or audio glitch or something with this. I think is what I'm hearing with the get back. So, but some people are getting their copies.
Really?
Yes, which makes me think, I order. I usually wait for the store, but this time I did order online just in case. And if I wind up getting it and getting charged for a bum copy, then I got to buy one later. It's corrected.
What was the release date?
The 8th.
February 8th originally.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
And there's no date on it right now.
No.
Did anybody else pre-order? I didn't pre-order it.
No. Yeah, I pre-ordered it. Yeah, which I wasn't going to bother with. I forgot. I just like getting everything in the stores. I usually do that. But then I heard, maybe it's going to be limited or something. So it's limited. I better order it then.
I heard audio glitch too. It's probably Glenn Kellaway.
Yeah, I did it.
He is kind of glitchy.
Yeah. I wanted to sabotage the whole thing.
Yeah. So let's start. Tell everybody about your channels. I'll do this a couple of times during the live chat. So Joe Mayo, tell us about your channel in case people don't know.
Yeah, if you don't know, on YouTube here, I have a channel called Mean Mr. Mayo, which is a takeoff on Mean Mr. Mustard. If anybody doesn't know, Beatles song. And I started out just basically collecting vinyl and showing vinyl records. And then from there, I just started doing other things, flea market, going to the flea market, hanging out at my record store, doing occasional rant videos when something's under my skin, and just having a good time. And that's my channel.
Cool. Sam.
Yeah, the channel is Sam St. John. I've got a video I'm going to upload. It's done. It just needs to be. I think it's currently uploading at the moment. Where I'm talking about for Black History Month. I'm talking about some of my favorite African American artists in my collection, but I'm also doing stuff with Americana. I love Bob Dylan, John Prine, Van Morrison. We mentioned earlier I do some live streams myself where I just play guitar and just talk, and I enjoy playing music. So that's in a nutshell what I've got going on.
Okay. Oh, Robert Hagerman. He must be on one of his breaks at work, Glenn. You had
his mini breaks
to replace me.
He is the biggest dogger, I think. I can't believe this guy.
He says he can't make the live chat because he's working, and then he's on the live chat.
He's always on the live chat for 2 hours. I don't know. Awesome.
When was the last Beatles album you played, and when? I don't remember.
Me either. That's not every day.
It was Let It Be.
Oh, yeah, true. Let it be.
Yeah.
Came out not too long ago.
I played Abbey
Well,
Road.
I played my Beatles USB in the car while I was driving to Florida. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I
Glenn,
played
tell
it
us
for
about
hard
your
days
channel.
night 'cause the rank.
Sorry?
Your vocal cut out there, Randy.
Yeah.
Oh, I said I played Hard Day's Night because they just did their rankings. So I was listening to that.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Good one.
Cool.
Okay, Glenn, tell us about
Yeah, Rich
channel.
and
Glenn Kellaway from the basement. Grew up in the 60s, so I'm heavy into the Beatles and Dylan and classic rock. Also play bluegrass banjo, so I'm a big bluegrass fan. Love jazz, love anything. Just love talking about music and sharing a passion. And so come on over and hang out.
Cool. And Rich.
Again, thanks for having me. Great to be with everybody. My channel is my name, Rich Strickler. I do music, movies, sports. I love doing collaboration videos. Right now, I'm involved with a bunch of different projects. Glenn and Randy and I do a sports-related show called Sports Beat. And between the Super Bowl, the week off here, we did a top 15 Neil Young songs, which is out now. It was fun to do that. Sam St. John and I have started a project where we're going through the Beatles chronology from the beginning. We're all the way up to Help right now, and we're releasing them one at a time, doing a worst to best songs on each album. That's a fun project. And I've worked with Sam before on Tom Petty and the band, which I did with Glenn also. And I have the Rolling Stones, the Kinks, a lot of classic rock, Led Zeppelin, the Doors, you name it. I've probably done a video on it. So love to have everybody come over and check it out and see if it's what you like. Thank you.
And Randall, I apologize, but we don't have time to promote your channel right now. We got to do that every time somebody. Go ahead, Randall.
Well, I just kind of discovered the vinyl community by accident. I just looked on the internet and saw it was actually a video by Robert Fitton, and then I started clicking on, and then it recommends things after you've clicked on some channel, on YouTube. I started seeing other people. Hey, they're just showing their records and stuff. Well, I think I could do that.
Yeah, cool.
And so my favorite artist is Van Morrison. My favorite group is The Who. Sorry. It's mostly Beatles people here. But I do love the Beatles as well. But I just love showing records. And everybody wants people to discover artists that they really like. I think it's part of what makes the vinyl community.
Yep. Cool. Thank you. What are
My
your
channel
thoughts
is called
on-
Randall Nelson, too.
Yeah, Randall Nelson. And all of the links are in the video description and also at the top of the live chat. So what are your thoughts on the new Elvis biopic? I didn't know there was a new one.
Yeah, well, Tom Hanks. Is that the one where Tom Hanks was supposed to be Colonel Tom Parker, and then
Really?
COVID struck?
Oh, yeah. I remember
really?
that happening. I didn't know it actually came out.
Is it out? Is it finished?
Is it out? I don't know because
If
he
it's
got
the one
sick.
I'm-
It was in Australia.
Yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of, that's the only thing I knew about it.
Mm.
Who's playing Elvis? Is there anybody famous playing Elvis? Or
I think Larry. Isn't that right, Larry?
Thank you very much.
You're being very modest about it.
I didn't want to tell everybody yet, Joe. It's
No, I ruined it.
It's out now. Yeah.
You have to straighten his hair.
Yeah.
The thing is, I would much prefer just to watch a real documentary, like that Elton John biopic. I didn't care for that. Like,
Yeah, especially if you're close to the artist. Like if they did a Beatles one, like it's like you can't. Yeah, you're just so close to them. It's hard to do a.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But they're making one on Jerry Garcia, and Jonah Hill is playing
That looks
Jerry,
interesting.
which
Yeah.
I'm going to be really interested in that one. I think Martin Scorsese's directing that
I think
too.
so. Yeah, I think
Wow.
so.
Yeah, that should be pretty good. Jonah Hill's a
Interesting.
great actor, so it should be fun.
How do you guys feel about Eminem leading the votes on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Doesn't surprise me.
No.
Well, he's so
days.
popular, right? Like,
Well, if you saw the list, I mean, he's probably he should get the most of the votes.
Terrible list.
I'll go for Pat Benatar.
yeah, she should have been in years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
can't
Rock Hall,
remember.
they really want MC5 in there. They've been on the ballot for years. I don't know much of their stuff.
What artist do you recommend to a newcomer to music besides the Beatles?
The Beatles after they split up.
Solo,
Go to their
yeah.
solo career.
No, I'm
Pretty good
kidding.
music there.
Just kidding. Rolling Stones. I love the Rolling Stones. There's so many artists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a million.
Tom
of them.
Petty.
Spark?
Yeah,
Spark.
yeah. Stick with all.
Who?
Get in all the
The
British
Pretty
bands
Things?
are all great to start. Yeah,
The Monkeys, right?
the
Glenn?
Kinks.
Yeah, the Monkeys would be good if you
Yeah.
haven't heard them. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends what you like. What
Yep.
you like, really. Maybe you like country
Led
music.
Zeppelin.
Maybe like Eminem. Yeah.
Yeah, might like Eminem.
Glenn loves lots of music, but not Oingo Boingo. I think it's the name that he doesn't like.
It's the name. I
Yeah.
can't buy album from bands with stupid names. It's my
You know,
rule.
well, if somebody said to you, what's your favorite group? And you say Oingo Boingo, I mean, there's going to be issues right away.
There is. Yeah. I don't buy Chumbawamba and I don't buy Oingo Boingo. I'm out.
But you like Captain Beefheart.
Yeah, but that's a good name. That's a cool name.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Sergeant Pepper's 50th, the only box set I didn't have. Yeah. That's a good one.
Great box set.
I don't think I've
Yeah.
played it since 2017.
That's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
man.
It's
I
funny.
mean,
Yeah,
that-
you don't play them too much, but
How in the world could that be 5 years ago?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I think about the 2009 sets and how old that is. That still feels brand new.
I don't have the John Lennon Imagine set, the big like 6-disc set, and it's out of print. And when you
Is
see it, it's kind of expensive. But I've seen one locally here since I've been visiting Orlando for $99.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I should jump on it. That seems like a good price.
Are
to
you
me.
talking about the one that just came a couple of years ago, a few years ago?
Yeah,
came
the
out?
box that's similar to the Plastic Ono Band box.
Oh,
6
that's
discs
a
or something.
must. That's a must.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
and I haven't bought it. I still don't have it.
And
I'm
$100,
glad-
that's good. That's about what it was going for, I think. Maybe a little
at the
under.
time. Yeah.
It's not. I would go for it. It's got a lot of good material on it. I know you like the album, right?
Yeah, love it. Yeah.
So yeah, you got
Yeah.
to figure like the Let It Be set was 130 ish.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I would get it if you want.
Definitely.
$100.
So has anybody tried the Tidal music streaming service?
I don't
No,
stream.
'cause it's not free.
It's not free. Yeah.
I'm with you, Sam. I don't stream either.
I don't stream anything.
No.
Glenn, this one's for you.
Oh Jesus.
Every live chat. Every live chat.
Is that the deal?
Maybe it's the same person.
I gotta give my same answer with that when it comes.
I don't know. I've never used one.
Oh, baby. We've turned the corner. It's X-rated now. Huh?
I like the songs, that were on the radio, but
Yes.
I'm not an album fan of theirs.
I mean, I like Dirty Work and Let's Do It Again and
Living in
probably
the
a few others.
Are you living in the reeling in the
Reeling
years?
in the years.
Yeah.
I have all their albums from the 70s, and I've done a video on. I have 2 videos on my channel on Steely Dan. So Kiefer Livingston, come over and check out my channel and see what we think of Steely Dan.
Randall, do you like Steely Dan?
He's frozen.
No, he's sleeping.
There he is.
Randall, no sleeping on my live stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's why it's
Kitty
called
Live
live stream.
is my favorite.
It's a good one.
You know, they've got there's a great live album you can pick up cheap at a used record CD stores.
Katie
Live
Live
in
is my
America, it's
favorite.
called.
of theirs.
That's a really good album. That it's like live they rocked out a bit more, and there's a lot more guitar and stuff in it. I kind of like that album.
Most of their albums are excellent. I like the Royal Scam and Asia and the first album. They're all really good. Katie Live.
Have you guys watched Jackass? Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of it.
Yeah. Some of it's really funny, but when they get really
Dangerous.
disgusting, it's like I turn away. It's like I don't need to see that.
Well, because there's a new Jackass movie out now, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
It's well titled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Robert L.
Hello, Robert. I just left
S.
Robert. I just saw him and I just left him. Hey, hello, goodbye, and hello.
A biopic based on the life of Elvis Presley is set to be released
Wow,
on June
that's soon.
24th. Cool.
Good
Wow.
information.
That's the day after my birthday, Larry. Do you want to take me
Well, we'll see. Then.
for my birthday? What? I have two interesting
Trent.
band names.
Because I'm Fasten Trench and Little Green Army Men. Cool. Those are cool.
They'd be both be good names.
Better than
Green.
Oingo Boingo.
Little Green
Yeah.
Army Men could do a cover of Little Black Submarines by the Black Keys.
Yeah, like why isn't Liberace in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
So Austin Butler is the actor playing Elvis. Cool.
Oh, I try never to miss an Austin Butler movie.
Hi, wow. Today you had a lot of guests, Larry. The Canadian Studmuffin show starring Larry Graves with a special guest, and Glenn Kelloway is your sidekick.
Nice.
Sidekick.
I'm like Jingles. Is that?
Favorite non-rock album? Ooh,
Can't think of these things on the fly
I know.
a lot of times.
It's tough.
Mhm.
I'm gonna.
I'll say Johnny Cash's American Recordings for The Man Comes Around.
Wow.
I'll say Frank Sinatra, Song Swingin' Lovers.
Wow.
Good pick.
I'll pass mine over to Glenn.
I'll say Old Home Place by J.D. Crowe and the New South Bluegrass album.
Ooh, that's good. Mm.
I have them. I'm just trying to think of them, but I can't think.
Sam, John Prine. Come on, John. You can use
Yeah.
Prine. Here's a Prine
Yeah,
album.
Sure. Yeah, John Prahn's first album.
I'll ditto that. I figured he was in the classic rock, but he's really not. He's more folk and country.
Yeah.
John Prine, that's a perfect album, by the way.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I've got some jazz albums that I like. I mean, there's a bunch. Country albums.
He's 30 and looks like a younger Elvis.
What has he been in before, I wonder?
It's good that he looks a bit like Elvis. That will help with the movie.
It will help.
It's
Glenn
cool.
knows. He says he's never missed one of his movies. What's good?
Yeah. I can't forget.
Oh, that's a good question. I've heard April Wine's version of "Tell Me Why" Beatles song, and I really like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's different,
Yeah.
different vibe, a different style. And I'm
Cool.
not somebody who just likes all cover versions
Yeah,
of the Beatles, but I like that one.
yeah.
Is that something they covered in the 70s, or is it something they've covered more recently?
I don't know the year of it. 80s, 70s, 80s. I don't know. Early 80s. I don't know.
Wow.
Did you know that they also covered King Crimson's 21st Century Schizoid Man?
No, I did not know.
And
that.
it's really good.
Wow.
They did an excellent job on it. Yeah.
One of my favorite current Beatles covers is I've Just Seen a Face by the Dillards. I'm sure Glenn knows that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a bluegrass song, actually. Paul McCartney wrote it as a bluegrass song.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks. That's what Joe was saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Well, Matthew.
Don't watch Jackass. I see enough stupidity on the news. That is true.
I was going to say you've watched enough Larry's live feeds.
Have a great show, guys. Yes, you caught me at the end of a break.
Yeah,
He'll be back in
yes.
5 minutes.
Tell that to the boss. We're not swallowing that.
Have you by any chance heard of the Prague Corner? Try to hit him up. He works for the Fire Note.
I don't know what the Fire Note is, but the Prog Corner, great channel.
Is it?
I'm
Yeah.
enjoying that. Yeah.
The Elvis actor was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh,
well, I've seen that movie, but I
great movie.
don't know who he
Yeah,
is.
5 times. I don't know who the actor is. I wonder who he played in that flick.
Charles Manson.
Austin Butler.
Which
My
Paul
dad
McCartney
also.
duel over a woman do you like best? The Girl Is Mine or You Want Her Too?
I'm not a fan of either one really, but I
No.
prefer You Want Her Too to Girl Is Mine.
What album is that on?
You Want Her Too is from I believe Flowers in the Dirt.
Okay. Album everyone loves, but you guys think is.
I know Joe's answer.
That's why I'm laughing. Oh,
If
I'll
I
tell you,
album.
Joe is going to say Pet Sound.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm trying to come up with a new one, but to me, that's my number one most overrated album.
Yeah.
Pet Sounds, but
It's my favorite album.
Jeez, Joe took the
I know
words
a lot
right
of
out of my
people
mouth.
love it. I know. That's why I'm using overrated.
I'll
Hey,
say
there's
Guns
three
N'
good
Roses-
songs on it.
I'll say Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction.
I'll say Nevermind by Nirvana.
Ooh.
That's what I was gonna pick. That's what I was gonna pick.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I
I'll
just can't
say
get into
anything by Rush, who I don't like.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
oh. Them
Sorry,
fighting
guys.
words.
Canadian. Sorry, guys.
You got two Canadians here.
I just can't get into Rush. I don't know what it is. I tried and tried and tried. I don't like that style of music.
Hunter, that's my channel.
The American
I
Studmuffin.
would sue them. I would sue them.
He would.
You could franchise it out, Larry.
Yeah.
Tex Watson.
He played-
There we go.
Tex Watson. There we go.
That's who he played. How about that?
Belgian stud muffin and
82, early 80s.
It's on Power Play from 1982. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Wow.
Steve Harley and the Cockney Rebel did a completely off-the-wall revamp of Here Comes the Sun in 1976.
What are your guys' favorite Beatle cover of all time?
It would be
Oh, that's
Yes's
tough.
version of Every Little Thing.
Wow. Good one.
Yeah. Well, I wish I could say I know one that knocks me out.
Yeah.
I like a lot of them, but nothing really knocks me out. I can think of one big.
I
I like
Even
Alan
Joe Cocker?
I will.
Yeah,
Oh.
Alison Krauss doing I Will. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. The Joe Cocker. I mean, with a little help from my friends, when I was a kid, I hated that. Hated it.
Really?
And now I like it.
That would get my vote. Joe Cocker with a little help from my friend.
I might pick that nowadays.
Fantastic.
I'm surprised to hear myself say that these days, but because I never
Yeah.
would have said that, 40 years ago or something.
I also like Richie Havens' "Here Comes the Sun."
Yeah,
I
that's
like
good.
John Denver doing Mother Nature's Son is really good. as
Oh,
well.
I got one. The Silky. I like the Silky doing "You've Got to Hide Your Love Away."
Mm.
Yeah.
Um,
That was a minor hit too, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. We all
Mm.
agree. Led Zeppelin. They
I
are.
do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do. I do like Led Zeppelin. I like it.
I do too.
Yeah. One of
I
my
do.
favorite bands.
Rich, I apologize, but you have to leave.
All right. Later. It's been a blast.
Not liking Rush, sacrilegious. It is.
Yeah.
I knew that would ire everybody up and fire their.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
Sam,
I'm
if you just Sam just sat quiet for a couple of weeks after saying he hates the White Album. Then
'Cause I never
Rich has
said
now
that.
said something dumber than you, and now he's getting picked on, and you're fine now.
That's, yeah.
I'm going to have to do a Rush 10 worst songs or whatever.
Still trying to think of my favorite album that's not rock. I know I'm kind of, but what qualifies rock pop? Just
I want to
gotta
say you
be
like a lot of Connie Francis too, Joe.
I was thinking of Connie Francis, but I like hits by her the most. Not really like
He is good.
one album. Wow, it's going to hit me. I'm going to come up with it by the end of the show. I'll just keep
Awesome.
thinking about all.
Yeah.
That'll keep the people hanging on, waiting for your answer. It's like a
I can't believe it.
big
April
ending.
Wine did 20. did that
Yeah.
cover of 21st
Yeah.
Century Schizoid Man. I got to
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah. Whoa.
What
Wow.
the hell?
That's heavy.
I love all the negativity on this live chat. Let's just talk about things we hate.
Yeah.
No, that's yeah.
No, but yeah, it's if you think it's overrated, then it is overrated for you. But that doesn't mean that's just your opinion, and you have to respect your opinion. That's good.
Because sometimes it can go hand in hand with overplayed. I guess it can skew your opinion.
Breaking news.
Robert
Sam
S.
just put up a
agrees with
video.
Thank you, Robert S.
Yeah, I'm not into Journey. I don't like any of those 80s rock bands like Journey. And, they're too polished for me. That's why the music just sounds too perfect.
Yep. Cheap Trick.
National religion, yes.
Yeah.
Robin Gibb saying, "Oh, darling."
I don't know that one either.
Oh my God, I can't imagine. I like
that was probably in that movie, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
Oh, is that what? Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll bet. Yeah.
I
You
don't
don't have
like
the album,
Robin.
though?
I like Barry Gibb. I mean, I like the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
But, Robin Gibb's voice sometimes really irks me.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, here's another one. U2 doing Helter Skelter.
There you go.
That one's really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good album. That's not a non-rock album. Anything by Miles.
Why do people not like Across the Universe on the Let It Be album? I think it sounds way better. I didn't know people don't like it.
I didn't know. It's you know what it is. It's slower. I think it's slower. I think I've come to like the Let It Be Naked version better, but I still appreciate the Let It Be version.
Well, did they do like pitch enhancement on his voice? I mean, did they raise his voice on that in the album version of Across the Universe?
The first one that they did is sped up
with the birds and
everything. With the birds and everything. So you got like one that's sped up, then you have one that's kind of too slow. It's like a lot of versions of that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything good you'd recommend on Disney Plus besides Get Back?
I'm still trying to. I keep forgetting to cancel my Disney Plus.
You're gonna say that this time next year.
They make it harder to cancel than they do to subscribe. I'll tell you that. Like it took me 10 minutes to go. What button do I push?
It's like a timeshare.
Well, the thing is about Disney Plus. I don't know. Although I always loved the Marvel comic books, I'm not big on the Marvel movies as much. But they have a lot of Marvel movies on there if you like those.
I'm a big Star Wars guy. Well, not a big Star Wars guy, but I like Star Wars, and so those shows, Mandalorian and Boba Fett. Boba Fett's all right, but
well,
Thank
you.
Hello there.
But who's the most handsome though? I want to know who the most handsome is. Though.
Got to be Larry, right?
Yeah. He's working.
He's Elvis. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. Deep Purple doing help. They did it. They did a few Beatles songs actually.
Yeah,
Love Supreme. The one jazz album that everybody loves that I can't.
I don't mind any of the Bee Gees music.
I'll tell you, I didn't know there were Bee Gees before when I was growing up, and I heard Saturday Night Fever. That's the first time I'd ever known about the Bee. I didn't know. I didn't know, and I love the stuff. At the time, I thought disco was silly and everything. I'm a rock guy. Now I take disco. I'll take disco all the time now. I like it now.
Cheap Trick. I haven't heard any of their covers.
No, I don't know that either.
Why do people not like or remember the album Ringo the Fourth? That's for you, Joe.
For me, I have a show. A good plug. I have another show that I do. It's on YouTube. Look up the channel. It's called Talk More Talk, and Talk More Talk is about solo Beatles albums, and we sometimes do shows with me and my co-hosts where we talk about records that get really savaged in the Beatles solo canon, and that's considered the worst or one of the worst. I don't think it's the worst solo Beatle album. I don't think it's the best, but I do enjoy it for what it is. There's some I like less than that.
Joe, I've heard some people are saying that they think that the two Ringo EPs are going to be put together. Do you know if there's any fact in that?
Ringo has said he may do that. After you bought them, he's going to put them together. You believe it?
Like $15 a piece.
Yeah. Buy them, then put them together. Haha, what do you know?
With a different cover, yeah.
Yeah, I'm there.
With one bonus song.
Yeah. To make it, 10 tracks?
Yeah.
So Joe, if you ever do Driving Rain, I want to be on the show, seriously.
Okay, we have to think how we're going
I'd love
to
to rank the songs on it.
I will keep you in mind for sure for that. I want you to join me with an episode of Fab Gab too sometime.
Yeah.
Another show I do. It's on my channel. Me, Mr. Mayo. Fab Gab will be ranked albums, and we're going to do at some point Driving Rain. I need to give it another listen. I think I've come to like a few songs off it.
Yeah.
Whereas I didn't for a long time. Now I do like a few.
I think I like it more than even. I don't think Glenn's a big fan. You heard it recently, didn't you? And you didn't care for it.
Well, you said you were thinking about doing a ranking of the songs, so I started listening to it again, and you know what? Musically, I think it's a pretty good album. Lyrically is where it's weak.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing, and it's way too long. It's back when they used to fill the CD with 70 minutes of music.
That's why eventually, my Talk More Talk show that I do, we're going to eventually pick that as a subject of the so-called, albums that get really bad reputations.
Yeah.
We're going to do that at some point.
Yeah. Glenn, read this one.
To be honest, the best channel on YouTube is Canadian Studmuffin. I have to agree.
What's not to agree with?
Canadian mud stuffing.
mud stuffing.
Oh, look, he's flirting with Molly again.
Yeah, well, man,
you're a very lucky man, Larry.
Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. The Mona Lisa twins are YouTubers who do really swell covers of a bunch of Beatles tunes. Cool.
Are any of y'all going to catch Ringo on his new tour that he just announced?
Funny you should say that. I'm sorry for talking so much, but
but
I had tickets to see him in New York City in 2020. Then, of course, we know what happened. So it was carried over to 2021. Then delayed again. Now it's the last I heard. It's June of 2022, and now I'm not so sure I want to go into New York City right now. But I don't know. I'm supposed to go.
It's a different band now too.
Is it?
I know he. Who was it? Well, he added. Is it Johnny Winter that's still alive? Or Edgar?
No, Johnny
Winter.
Edgar Winter. He's been in before.
He's been in before, but he's back. I can't remember who they. Was it Greg Raleigh on the keyboards? He's not. He's not in it.
He's not in it.
No, they still have Colin Hay and Hamish Stewart and Steve.
That's
Lucas.
the thing. One of the draws about Ringo and his all-star band was when you would go to every new tour, there'd be different bands in there. Different members, different. Made it interesting because I love Ringo, but it's nice to see other guys doing their songs too. And now it's been the same group since at least 2012.
Yeah.
10 years.
At least with Greg Raleigh and Steve Lukather, especially those guys.
I saw the first one. That was the best one with Clarence Clements and the guys from the band and Joe Walsh. And that was incredible.
Billy Preston too, right?
Billy Preston.
A lot of people are not with us anymore for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would get anymore. That would excite me.
From 62 to 64.
That's easy for me. Hard Day's Night.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat Hard Day's Night.
Yeah, that would be it.
Though I'm ready for another question I saw down
with
there.
the Beatles is
I love with the Beatles. I love, And the only thing is, somebody's asking the questions. What's the most underrated? We'll get to it eventually.
You all need 3 more people squares and put Larry in the middle.
That's funny. Hollywood Squares, good one.
I'm
Well,
sure there's lots of Tom.
just remember, everybody, at some point, I can, what can I do here? I can do this.
Yeah.
This is the way it should be.
That's the Brady.
Now, who's the star of
Yeah.
this live chat?
Where the Labia. Here's the story of a man named Larry.
The Saturday Night Fever soundtrack album tells you all you need to know about disco. Yeah, and some of it's good, very good.
Mhm. It's just so overdone.
Oh, Lord,
So
come on,
overplayed.
guy. It's awful. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's overplayed, no doubt about
It's
that.
overplayed.
Excellent.
Wildlife.
Very underrated.
I like
Yes.
Wildlife. I enjoy it again for what it is, you know.
Yeah, it's just a fun
Me
album.
too.
You know.
Yeah.
Are
And
y'all-
today I was going to go and buy. They just came out with
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
the half-speed Master, and I was on the way in the car. I asked if they had it. They said yes. I said, I don't know if I want it.
Do you
Turn the
really
car
need a
around.
half speed master of Bip Bop?
Oh, I love Bip Bop. I need that. Half speed. Oh yes. Oh yes. But I don't know. People think I buy everything, and I could spend a whole show on what I don't buy. But I don't know. I got the first 2 in the series, so I might have to get that.
I thought you were going to debate Let It Bleed versus Beggar's Banquet. No, Glenn and I are going to be doing that in a few days with Robert Hagerman. We're just going to film it, and then we're not doing a live chat for it. But yeah, we're going to be ranking and reviewing all of the songs together. We're going to rank all of the songs on these 2 albums together. Right, Glenn?
Yeah, I think it's a great
Our-
idea. I'm looking forward to doing
Our
it.
favorite to our least favorite to our favorite.
Mhm.
And I've been listening to these a lot, so I think
Yeah,
I've
both
already.
great albums.
Do you need to listen to those again to rank them, or no?
No.
You already know. Yeah.
I'm 2 of my favorite albums. Yeah. No,
I think if
no
you put
problem.
them together, certain songs, I really love the whole thing. But if for those 2, I think I prefer Let It Bleed. But if I
I
was
do.
going to pick,
I think, yeah. During at the end, we're gonna decide which is the better album, and
Mhm.
at least at the moment, I think I like Let It Bleed just a tad more.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say.
You're not talking too much, guy on the bottom right.
oh, that's me.
Guy in the bottom right. That's you, Joe.
Wow, Joe.
You're not talking too much.
Joe, what is your favorite non-rock album?
Oh, I'm still trying to think of it. What's non-rock? I mean, is pop? Like if I say something like Rumors, is that considered rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Country music. No country albums. You don't like any
I like
albums?
country, but not thinking as a whole. I don't want to say Ringo. Bukuza Blues. I'm
Oh,
get away
yeah.
from the beat. I want to get away from that, but I'm trying to think of. I like lots of stuff, but it's mostly pop and rock, pop or rock. It's.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. Something will hit me.
No.
No.
There
No.
it is. No,
It's not
to me the
underrated.
most underrated
Yeah,
is
well,
with,
hold on a
with
second.
the
I got
Beatles. I don't know what people. A lot of people put with the Beatles very low, and I don't get that personally.
No, me neither. It's one of be top 5 for me. Actually, maybe top
Well, that's
5
me
or
with
6.
the-
Anyway.
With Beatles for Sale, that one is higher
Yeah,
up
that-
than others.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Mm.
Oh yeah, See that John Denver. I like John Denver, but again, I'm thinking of one album. Not just
Yeah.
songs.
I don't think Paul Simon's Graceland is underrated.
No, I think
No.
in terms of,
Yeah, no, his favorite non-rock album. Yeah, I guess.
You could go with some early Simon and Garfunkel.
I don't know.
Folk, if you want.
Well, them too. I love Simon and Garfunkel, but I tend to think again as all the songs together,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
on
yeah.
an albums really.
Yeah, I get that.
Barry, I'm just not that big of a fan of the Police. I mean, I respect
Me either.
them. And I like their music, but I'm not I don't own any of their albums.
Yeah.
And Larry's afraid of the police too.
And I'm afraid of the Police.
Suck when he, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Pleasant Valley Picker knows what they're talking about.
So the thing I think that hurt disco was that people that liked those bands avoided it, kind of like the Monkees. I mean, it was just like that was the bubble gum that was on, and they said, "Oh, I'm not going to get into that." But now it's kind of 50 years later.
Well, a lot of it also it changed top 40 radio, and it changed the people's it was almost like a one nail in the coffin on classic rock.
Well, see, I know you don't like ABBA, but I like ABBA.
I do.
So I think it's that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I could almost pick. I mean, it's an easy way out, but I could almost pick the soundtrack of Saturday Night Fever as a it's a favorite non-rock album.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
But I'm thinking in other things. I'm thinking easy listening and stuff like that in my mind.
Hey, I used to be one of those guys.
For a while I was in the clubs. I had a red shirt, really tight, silky red shirt. Neil Diamond. See, I like Neil Diamond. I like a lot of these
That's
people.
the one that Robbie Robertson produced.
Yeah.
That's how Neil ended up at the Last Waltz.
I have
That's
one.
that
I have one for my favorite non-rock album. Does this count? Does the
It's too late, Joe. We've moved
Does the
on.
Freewheelin' Bob Dylan count?
Yeah, that's not really wrong.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's folk. It's pure
Why
folk.
not?
Good one.
Yeah.
Well, that would be up to Joe to do if he hasn't done that already.
Oh, I've done a lot of videos like that if you want to look them up.
Yeah, check out his channel, David.
Yeah.
Now, that's if you consider it a Beatles album, because I get that. Depending if you're in the UK or not. That wasn't a Beatles album. It was an EP.
An EP.
Yeah, it is a Beatles
yeah.
album. Yeah.
But it doesn't get under it. It doesn't get under.
People
it doesn't
love
get picked on.
No. It's got several number ones on it.
Abbey Road for me.
Abbey Road, yeah.
I'll go with Abbey Road also.
Me too.
Randall?
Rand?
Me too.
I'm the only Sgt. Pepper guy. Sgt. Pepper guy.
Yeah, thanks.
I would pick Abbey Road too. Sorry, Glenn. I know Glenn's a Sgt. Pepper.
It's close.
It's my album.
It's close.
Niels Lofgren's pretty good. I haven't heard that album, but he's great. He's a great musician.
Pam and Tommy on Disney Plus. I'll make Larry watch and review it. Oh
yeah,
no!
Can you imagine how bad that is?
That's not on Disney Plus. Disney would not allow that.
Does Molly like the Hallmark Channel?
I don't know.
My wife likes all those Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh, in July. Oh,
Christmas in July.
Yeah. Because they're still playing them right now. Oh.
This reminds me too much of my dad. I like some of it, but not all of it. Dad rock, is that what they call something?
Hey, Richard.
Probably older.
Which
Wow,
member of
that's a
the
question.
Traveling Wilburys do you like the
that's an
least?
interesting question.
Wow.
Wow, that's a loaded question.
I like, I just happen to like everybody in there.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick the least favorite, I'd pick Jeff Lynne probably. But I like Jeff Lynne. But he's probably my least favorite.
Yeah, I would pick
I get
Jeff
the same
Lynne.
answer.
But they're all great.
I would say Roy Orbison.
I would say Roy Orbison as well. He would be my number 5 guy.
Yeah.
That's why I would say Jeff Lynne.
Although, could you count Jim Keltner? You could throw him.
I'm not really counting him. I guess.
Buster Sideberry.
That's a great question.
I'm the only one that would pick Tom Petty at number 2. Right after Dylan.
I'd go George, Dylan, Petty.
Whoa.
That I can't get a number 1.
That's hard. Bob and
I'd go
George.
Between Bob and Tom.
Dylan, Petty, Harrison, Lynn, Orbison. That's tough, though.
Oh,
That's
that's
great,
Beatles would
too.
be number
impossible. I cannot pick between George and Bob. I can't do it.
Yep, Jeff Lynne, very
Yeah, Jeff Lynne's
talented.
good.
I
I just picked up I bought the CD on Amazon.com for $4.99. What's the ELO's big album?
out of the
Out
blue.
of the blue.
Out of the Blue. I just
Yeah.
picked it up. I'd never heard it before in my life, other than the hit songs off it. I was playing
Yeah.
it today. It's a really good album.
It's supposed to be very good. I've never heard the whole thing. I only know
It's really good.
the
It's
hits.
really good.
Start to finish.
I like a new world record too, Glenn. That's awesome.
I'm just now buying their discography. They can buy it for like $5 at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, you can buy. Amazon.com was $5.
I can't remember which album I bought. The back cover of it was a CD, but the back cover was correct. The songs were the same, but the front cover was a different record. The front cover was the second ELO record, and it got me off. The CD was correct, but the packaging's all wrong. And that's about the third album that I've gotten in about 3 months that the packaging's been off.
Wow.
Yeah.
No. See, this is what happens. We never said
No,
We didn't.
nobody
Yeah.
said we don't like Roy Orbison.
we love it.
We were asked who's your least favorite of the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we love them all, but we had to pick one.
They're all talented.
Yeah.
Any answer would be incorrect.
I know. It's like that's why I like to try and stay more positive.
It's like when you're picking all your friends for a baseball team. One of them's got to be picked last.
That's me.
Exactly.
Mr. Sunshine is so happy. I don't know who Mr. Sunshine is. Is it Glenn?
You know, Larry, I have to tell you, by force of habit from my own live streams, I'm trying to control the comments. I'm like trying to take them off the screen when they're there too long. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not controlling. It's force of habit.
Yeah.
Can relax here, Joe.
I don't think people realize, like, whoever, like, if you're doing the live stream and you have to take care of the chat too, it gets kind of overwhelming sometimes,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to be rude. Like, you might miss a question, and then somebody's going to say, "Oh, you're not answering my question." It's like, I didn't see it, buddy. It's
Right.
difficult. It's stressful. Try and make everybody
Yeah.
happy, but ELO. Fleetwood Mac. Yep, they're great.
Love them.
Yeah.
Randall doesn't like Fleetwood Mac though.
Hey, Joe, I got to ask you a question. When you're out in the wilds and you see Beatles 45s,
I like all three incarnations.
songs like
Welch, Years, and then
Days a Week.
you know
Hold on.
His vocals are.
Yeah, they'll break it up.
I was at a flea market and I saw 4 Beatles 45s with the picture sleeves. The picture sleeves were immaculate. They were perfect shape. It was 8 days a week, a hard day's night. Should have known better. I can't remember what the other 2 are, but typical, like those kind. And the guy wanted for the 4 of them $135 US
For 4 sleeves.
price. Is that a going price? Because I was going to offer him 100. Like I thought, $25 each was.
Yeah, that $25 each is good. You know, it depends. You know, I'm spoiled. A lot of times, my record store that I go to, he's got them pretty cheap. I mean, but you know, online and stuff, people can charge $50 each. You know, $40 each. You know, I would say these days though, you can find them for like 20, 25. Depends what sleeve too. Like the ones you're talking about, 25. If they're really in nice, are they in good shape?
Yeah, really, they were pristine.
Yeah. Of course, there's sleeves like the "Can't Buy Me Love" one is the rarest sleeve because they didn't make that many of them, I believe. And that one, I mean, that could be a couple of $100 or something like that, just for that one, which I don't have yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Nesmith produced that movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, first time.
I guess
thick as a brick.
Jethro Tull's new album. It's his first.
I just bought the cartoon.
Yeah, it's I like it.
I guess
think
it's the first top 10 album he's had in 50 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's good. I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm going to.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen it other than the clips on YouTube.
Very strange movie.
No, I never really got into the move.
No.
The Move have a great cover of "So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star," though. It's without Jeff Lynne. It's a live version for an EP that they put out, and it's a really great version of it.
Sam, Pam, and Tommy. Okay, Pam and Tommy is on Disney Plus here. Just change your parental control setting. What does that mean?
That sounds like a slam.
My youth, and yeah. I think it's Hulu here, which is connected to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think it is Hulu. Actually, Hulu's connected to Disney Plus in Canada too. You have to be a Disney Plus subscriber to get Hulu.
And an adult, apparently.
Mr. Sunshine by Jeff Lynne. Okay, that's probably on the album I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm just now scraping the surface for ELO.
No. Hey, Joe, have you heard anything about the next thing in the McCartney archive? It's been quiet, eh?
The talk is that I love Back to the Egg. I mean,
Yeah.
I got to say, Band on the Run is the better album as far as thinking it objectively.
Yeah.
These days I like Back to the Egg a lot, but it's supposed to be 2 albums coming out. Supposed to be
London
Back
Town.
to the Egg, and London
I
Town.
love London Town.
Yeah, the problem is that there's copyright problems with Back to the Egg, and I think that's because of the Rockestra lineup that has all the stars on there.
Yeah.
From the Who and Zeppelin and everybody else. So that's supposed to be the holdup with Back to the Egg. And then I don't know if they're just going to do London Town alone, because I think the plan is to put them together like they did with Wildlife and Red Rose Speedway. They came out together.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still up in the air. Nobody knows for sure.
Do you have all of the archive box sets for McCartney?
I can now say I have them all. For a while, I dilly-dally, didn't get them all, and I finally got the last one, which was Red Rose Speedway, that I hadn't had, which is one of my least favorite.
I love that album.
Yeah,
I never used to, but
a lot of people are really liking that album now.
Yeah.
I like what they did with the double. They put a double version out.
Yeah.
I think that really improved it a lot.
Yeah.
But I have them all now. Finally.
So what would you say?
What's your favorite?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Joe, what's your favorite and least favorite of the box sets, but not music wise. I mean, the whole packaging for them.
Presentation.
What would be the best and the least?
Well, Ram gives you a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And Wings Over America gives you a lot of stuff, the live one, which is, I don't really like live albums as much as studio albums. But if you're talking about just as far as what they give you a lot, those two. And Flaming Pie, they did a good job with Flaming Pie, putting a lot of extras and things. Those are the 3 that stand out for me.
Yeah. What's the least favorite of them?
Oh, well, I'm kind of annoyed with Flowers in the Dirt, only because they gave you a lot of stuff too, but with that they went the route where they made some extras only available through download.
Yeah.
And you're paying this money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Some of them $200 or something.
Yeah, put it on a CD.
Yeah, throw it in a CD. And I have it in front of me, which would be great to show this if I have it, but I don't think I can get at it. Oh, yes, I can get at it. And the argument at the time was Paul McCartney or Paul's people said, well, people today, they're not really as much into CDs. They're into downloading. So we want to take care of downloading, even though the youngsters may be into downloading, but we're your core audience, the older people.
Yeah.
Right? So then what do? For Record Store Day, they put this out. It's a cassette. This is not my writing. This is how it comes out.
Well,
no way.
Mistress and May demo. This came out for Record Store Day. It's the way it came out. So cassettes are okay. You say you're not
Yeah.
putting the extras on
ridiculous.
CD, but because nobody wants CDs supposedly, but you'll put this out
That's
for
crazy.
Record Store Day. Makes no sense to me.
Well, that's kind of
No,
what they.
none.
That's what they did in the Bob Dylan camp too, because they had that brief period where they were putting out the bootleg series, like 6 discs, and then they put out the one, the Traveling Through. They're like, we're just going to put out quality versus quantity, but then the next one after that, they go back to the old format, which I didn't fully understand. And,
Yeah, I like Dylan. I'm a fan, but I don't have all of those. I don't know how deep I want to go with those. I like that they're doing that, the bootleg series. I wish they would do that with the Beatles stuff. Really do bootleg series like that or whatever. Really have a.
well, that's
They're,
kind of.
they're doing all right.
I was gonna say that's kind of what I wish for, especially because they talk about not being able to do the remastering on the older records. Just put them out as a bootleg. Use the 2009 remix with the extras.
Yeah, I agree with you. If you supposedly can't do that, put the best remasters you can, like you said, 2009 or whatever, and just give us a lot of because I'm in it mostly for the extras.
Right.
I want outtakes. I want to hear, especially the early albums from like 63 to 5. But people are saying now that that's not true, that they can have the technology. They do have the technology to do this, center the vocals on the stereo Beatles, because look at what Peter Jackson did with Get Back. He was able to, he explains how, I forget what they called it now, the system that they came up with, where you can actually take the guitars and put them here and separate vocals and do that. If that exists, you can do that even for the early Beatles albums.
Yeah, I would love that.
Glenn, you have that.
What do you
don't
think
you?
of the new tone? Yeah, I haven't bought it yet, but I've heard the whole thing a couple times, and I think it's really good. Much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I can see that. Chemo, that would be the case.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have everything that Nez has done and haven't seen all this stuff, but I would love to. I just got Ray's, the album that he came out in 2005, and it was okay. So I don't love
Molly
everything.
dissing the panel. You go, girl.
London's Calling. I love the song Arrow Through Me. Yeah, excellent song.
It's good.
Band on the Run is my favorite Macca album.
I
That's
just
a great
listened to Flaming Pie for the first time, and I'm really loving that.
Yeah, it's really
I've never heard it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really,
until last
I'm
week.
glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, it's got
It's
some good
really
stuff
good.
on there. It's got songs on there that could have been on the White Album or Revolve or some of
Yeah.
the stuff there, Calico Skies or Some Days. Some really nice songs on there.
Have you
it is
heard
good.
Chaos and Creation in the Backyard yet, Sam?
I haven't. No, it's
That's my
in
second
my
favorite
cart.
McCartney album. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my cart on Amazon to get. I've got Venus and Mars on the way.
Yeah. That's an
Oh,
album
it's one of
though
my
that you need to
favorites.
listen to a few times
I like that. Yeah.
to appreciate it.
Yeah, I need to get it.
Billy Shears, that's right.
The one and only Billy Shears.
Holy shit. Me and Mr. Mayo and
Oh, that's old news, Bob. That's
Yeah.
old news. I mean,
That was the
we've
first
been together for. We already did a chat the other time.
Yeah. A cassette. That is weird. Yeah.
When is the next record store day? Have they announced that yet?
Wow.
Is it usually in the summer? It's usually June.
Is it
Right?
April? It's usually April.
Yeah, I think there's there'll be one in April, one in summer,
There was
and
one
one
in June
in
last year.
November.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe they're changing it now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because they did what, 3 of them last year, 3 or 4.
Well, it used to be April. It was April and November for a while. I don't know, 2 of them. I don't know what they're doing.
I know they haven't announced the list yet.
You gotta have the poster.
Yeah, you need the poster.
Cassettes are getting popular again. I wouldn't be surprised if they're selling.
Yeah.
cassette
I don't
boards
think
up there.
they're that popular. It's just like a fad thing that's going to come and go.
I saw Ringo again on a show, and he said, his last one of the recent records that he did, whatever you call them, EPs, sold more on cassette than vinyl.
Yeah.
Wow.
The zoom out, I think, is what it was.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, I mean, some of these bands, I mean, I know I'm not a big fan of them, but like Coldplay, they just put out an album late last year, and they put out like 6 different cassette covers. And so, I mean, the collectors are buying, 6 different cassette versions of it. So, and it's weird. It's weird.
What would be Elvis Costello's favorite Beatles song? That's interesting.
I feel like
Would he be a John guy or a Paul guy?
I would think. Well, it's hard. I would
Well,
think he would be more of a John guy, but
Yeah, he would be.
He's
But
got the end with Paul.
but
though.
now he's.
if he wants
he's
to work with
he's
Paul
pals with
again,
Paul.
he'll be a Paul guy.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul paid him.
I think he picked as his favorites. Wow. Tell us. It's hard to guess. Tell us what he picked, though. It'd be
Probably
interesting.
something
to hear.
heavier, like Revolution.
Oh,
By the way, Elvis Costello's new album is supposed to be really good.
Yeah,
I haven't heard it yet, but it's getting great reviews.
I heard one of the singles. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with you, James. Here, it's I'm a physical media guy.
I ordered it from Amazon, and then all of a sudden it said your order is canceled because you got lost or something.
Randy, you're having a major problem with your vocal.
Do you have any other screens open, Randy?
Yeah, and it's amazing how Randall talks without moving his mouth.
Yeah.
So I apologize, Randall. It's an audio issue. Yeah, it's maybe restart or something.
Yeah, I would say log out and come back in. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Sometimes
make sure
that
all the
helps.
other programs are closed. I'll
Yeah.
let you back in.
It's live, folks.
Yeah. Let's see here.
That was weird though. He talked and there was no
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah, that was quite a
Yeah,
trick.
that was pretty cool. Yeah, Austin Powers with Elvis Costello. And
Mr. Burt and Elvis Costello. Burt Bacharach. Yeah, I didn't like that collaboration, but Elvis liked it.
Yeah.
Monterey or Woodstock? Monterey.
Monterey.
Yeah,
He picked mostly all Paul's songs.
I'm sure he did.
Sucking up to Paul.
He's got to. Yeah. That's
There
funny.
you go.
Oh, that would be good. My turntable doesn't play 7.
It wouldn't surprise me though.
No.
Yeah.
Charge an extra $10.
Some folks love cassettes. I sold all my ones I'd recorded stuff on years ago for big bucks on eBay. Wow.
Wow, big bucks.
Wow.
For no one was his favorite. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
That's my favorite Paul McCartney Beatles
Yeah.
song.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what I think what some, even me, for being, when they were the Beatles, those years they were in the band, the Beatles, when they were done, they were still in their late 20s. They hadn't even
Oh,
reached their 30s.
Yeah.
I've thought about
Incredible.
this for a long time because when they broke up, I mean, John and Ringo were 29 going on 30,
Yeah.
and I'm 20. I'll be 28 in May, and so I'm
Yeah.
thinking they've already
No,
done.
that
They've
that
done
happened.
the Beatles. Like,
Sam,
that-
have you written a Yesterday type song yet, or for
no one will ever know. Yeah. But I can't. That blows my mind because they always look so old to me, especially
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
when
and
they
after
were-
that happens when you get older. Every once in a while, you start saying, "I can't believe now I'm old." Is there anybody left that's still old? I'm getting older than the Three Stooges. I mean,
Yeah, right.
even in the Joe Besser days of the Three Stooges, I'm almost getting.
Oh, that's
They were-
funny.
When they're like in their 50s or 60s, it's getting.
But you think of Paul McCartney when he wrote Yesterday is what, maybe 25, 26?
No, he was,
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far
he was
away. and
23.
The guy's in his
Yeah.
mid-20s.
20. Oh yeah, I think about that all the time. I mean, I think like Bob Dylan was 24 when he did Highway 61, and Brian
Yeah.
Wilson was 24 when he did Pet Sounds. I'm like, man, I need to make my masterpiece, and now I'm 3 years past.
When I paint my masterpiece.
That could be a song.
Hey, Randy, test.
Yeah,
Can we hear you?
Do some talking.
Nope.
Got nothing now.
The mouth
hear-
is moving.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you
Can you-
now.
Hear me?
We can hear you, but your mouth isn't working.
See, a little outer spacey.
It's not synced up.
it's like your ventriloquist.
Yeah, make sure you don't have any other programs running, because that'll help.
Sealed cassettes can go for I'm telling you, you say it's a fad, but I mean, you know, the vinyl craze came back as a bit of a fad, and now it's the medium of choice. Okay, Derek.
Roberts, I have to go. Mom needs help. My help again. Sorry, I was out of it. Internet kept conking out. No problem, Derek. Go help your mother and say hello to her for us.
Yeah, give your mom a hug for us.
I never diss this panel. Bye, Derek. Take care. Yeah, Beetle Brad would be a good panelist with you guys. He's always welcome. I always forget, but he's always welcome to come on a live chat.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's great. He's an awesome guy.
He has got kind of an attitude, though. He's kind of like not a very
he's snarky. He's really snarky.
He's rude, right? He swears a lot. That's what I don't like about him.
The edge. Yeah.
Every other word is the F word.
It's good that he's miserable and edgy, though. That's what gives him. That's what his channel is so good.
On our punk rock episode.
Well, I'm glad somebody's waiting for it.
Yeah, that should be pretty good.
If you enjoy that music, that's good.
I don't know who that is.
Glenn, somebody else has to go. What are we doing wrong?
Jude, I don't know.
Hey, Jude.
Said.
Can you still not hear me?
Now we got you.
We can hear you, but you're not.
The vocals.
It's not in sync.
Yeah, it's not in sync.
So don't stress out about it.
It's not in sync.
Yeah.
Now your mouth and the vocals come out separately.
Glenn,
what could that be?
There's a question for you.
You're failing. You're failing faster than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh.
He's in Kansas City.
Ah.
Oh,
Now the joke works better, Glenn.
Favorite Steely Dan song? I like Dirty Work. I like some of the really old ones.
I'm taking Deacon Blues.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Do it again. Well, yes, Glenn.
No new Beatles on the horizon.
No, they haven't made a new song in quite a long time.
We need a band, though. Somebody's got to come out at some point and capture the world the way the Beatles did. Maybe not
Never
to the same extent.
You know what?
It was magical, but something
Yeah.
to a certain level, like not the level of the Beatles, but just something to kind of kickstart something.
Glenn, we're young enough. I mean, we're old enough. Sorry, to like when a new Beatles album came out. And Joey, I guess you weren't. You weren't.
No,
I mean,
no, I was seven. It was about 7 when they split.
Nothing beats. I mean, you can have your Led Zeppelins, all the other great bands. There wasn't the excitement.
No, nobody will ever capture the magic.
It was like magical, right? Like
what happened, but I just like to see somebody transform something to some level. It doesn't have to be to the Beatles level.
Well, it's interesting you say that. A couple of things. First of all, I think, although of course the music speaks for itself, right? It was great, but also the timing was great, and it had to do with what was going on at the time as well. It all came together, right? It was. Is the world like? Can the world be like surprised by anything anymore, or like has it all been done so much that there's nothing that's going to like wow anybody anymore because it's all been? That's what I wonder. But I have to say, I used to get a kick out of seeing Ringo on TV shows like David Letterman. David Letterman would say something like, the phenomenon of you guys is probably never going to happen again, and he'd say, I don't believe that. Ringo would say, because I want to be here to see it. He says, I believe that someday somebody's going to pull it together. Because they used to say that never been anybody like Frank Sinatra. Never been anybody like Elvis. Never been anybody like. I not because I don't want to be here to see it. Well, Ringo, you've been waiting a
gonna
long
see it.
time.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
hope you're still here to see it. But it
Yeah,
doesn't
and
happen.
the internet and everything. You're probably right, Joe. There's just the way the world is now. It's
Yeah, I don't fault
you
them.
know.
You know, it's not like I'm going to say that nobody has the talent or anything. I'm just thinking that the world, you know, it's kind of seen it all. But you can't just say, well, the Beatles, and it was just because of President Kennedy. It was part of it, you know, President Kennedy assassination. It was because people this and that. Because obviously the music is what carries on.
Mhm.
It wasn't just mediocre music that just was at the right time or something.
It's the right
Timing.
time. Yeah.
Why is it still popular? Why why they still do well with new generations?
Mm-hmm.
Your least favorite opener to a Beatles album, UK versions. I know Joe's answer. I would say, and it's from watching Rich and Sam's video today, and you mentioned it too. No Reply.
No
That's the
Reply
first
is
song
fine.
on Beatles. I mean, I think it's a great song, but I do agree that it's not a great way to open a Beatles album.
It's yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
Oh, I love that opening myself.
Yeah.
me too. I can't think of a bad opening track on a
Yeah.
Beatles album.
I
I always and Richard knows I always pick "Drive My Car" only because
Yeah, that's true too.
I'm not a big fan of the song really.
Yeah.
Although it opens up pretty. It's a good as an opener,
Yeah.
but it's not my favorite.
But I don't think, like, when I was younger, my Rubber Soul was the American Canadian version
yeah.
that started
Yeah.
with
I've
I've
seen a
Seen a
Face.
Face, right?
Yeah.
So until the 80s, I thought that was the opening song for Rubber Soul.
Oh, it's a
And
great
then
opener.
when it was Drive My Car, it just wasn't the same, because I think I've Just Seen a Face is more suitable as the opening track.
I agree 100%, Larry.
My least favorite would be from Let It Be, the Two of Us. Two of Us. I love the song, but I don't think it's a great opener. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I might agree that that's the weakest one.
I can't imagine being that talented and focused at such a young age.
Yeah.
I'm Larry's age, and one of my biggest accomplishments is having the honor to be a mod on Larry's live streams. I'm so very
Well,
sorry.
you were.
Wow. Heavy.
Yeah.
But
That's
thank
hilarious.
you. Yeah. Oh. Larry, typical question. You go to jail for 1 year. You can only take one album. Sometime in New York City Deluxe or London Town Deluxe. London Town Deluxe. I would love that.
Well, we haven't heard sometimes in New York City Deluxe, but I think
Well,
we
just
could take
imagine.
that. Just thinking that might be good.
Yeah, I would take sometime in New York City, I think.
I'm a Paul guy, so London Town.
Do we know when that's being released, by the way?
We don't have a date yet. All we know is that it's going to happen just this year.
Joe and I are waiting for a card from Sean Lennon, right, Joe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys.
Right. Well, Andrew Dixon will probably get it first because he's in England.
Yeah.
These things come from England usually.
Yeah, that's an excellent song.
That's a good song.
The Beatles were a rare thing. Perfection doesn't happen often. They were special. But it is
just,
you know, I love that younger people like Sam, you know, they're Beatles fans, right? Like it's still continuing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it still tops the charts.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I say, you know, yeah, you can go on about timing, which was part of it, the timing and the right time, but and maybe some people the suits or the look or the hair, yeah, but people aren't digging it now because they have mop tops and ties. They're digging it because of the music.
The music.
So the music's the bottom line.
And it's funny that back in the 60s, remember, Glenn, you know, the Beatles, when they were on Ed Sullivan, all that, and all the talk of their long hair. You look back at it. What long hair?
They didn't even have long hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I interject?
They just had bangs.
On the timing, which Joe mentioned, and that's true. But you have to remember in those days, early television too had a lot to do with it. There were only 3 networks. There was no cable TV. You didn't have as many outlets, no video games for the kids. So everybody was focusing on Ed Sullivan that night.
This is true.
And it made a big, big difference in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Young people were starting to pick up guitars. They emulated the Beatles, and it changed history from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good points.
I'm not sure which came out first.
I think Freak Out beat it by a month or something.
Yeah.
But they're pretty close.
What is your favorite Moody Blues song? The Story in Your Eyes, I believe, is probably my favorite.
Mine is Question.
Oh, that's a great one.
What's the Tuesday afternoon?
Yep, Tuesday
Yeah.
afternoon.
I like that one.
Man,
I'll
can't
go with
fight, but
I think
Question
Blonde
might be
Blonde
mine,
came
too.
out first to answer that question.
Did it?
Yeah, by a month.
See, I could nitpick on it a lot because I love Dylan, as I say, but the thing is, a lot of times people, Bob Dylan's double album, yeah, he was a trendsetter and all this. And I think to myself, yeah, but how many songs are on it? Because I mean, they're long. You know,
Right.
probably number of songs probably isn't as many. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
My favorite is The Way You Make Me Feel.
I have some.
Ben.
I don't know if you're kidding, but it's my favorite Michael
Yeah.
Jackson song.
Glenn cries every time. Every
I love
time.
that song, Ben. Yeah,
Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
I like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough also.
Probably Beat It. I think Beat It's good.
I like
Thriller,
Black Hole.
because you get Vincent Price.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Thriller. Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent Price makes
Great video.
Although I like the Jackson 5 stuff a whole lot.
I do too. I like it better than his solo stuff.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough's really good.
I Want You Back. Yeah,
I
that's
want you
great,
back.
Jackson. Yeah. There'll never be another Beatlemania in music, but we have seen similar hysteria more recently, specifically iPhone releases back in the day.
That's a
By
good
the way,
point.
going back for a minute, if Michael Jackson were carrying the Jackson 5 as well, it would be ABC.
Mm.
Good one.
Yeah.
I Want
Dancing
You
Machine's
Back.
a good song too.
Oh yeah, I want you back.
I want you back too, and the Love You Save. They had a number of hits.
Yeah, yeah.
Blame It on the Boogie. That's a good song.
Now, Joe, you have a movie channel, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to make that
And-
take off, but it's not doing as well as the
Yeah.
other channel.
You recently talked about Of Mice and Men, the original, right?
Yeah.
And I
Oh.
have the one
Ah.
from the 90s. I haven't. I'm like you, but I know you have seen a bit of this, but I've
Yeah.
never seen the original. But this is
Oh,
one of
it's
my all-time
great.
favorite movies.
Mm.
That's a great movie. Larry.
Yeah.
Great
Well,
movie.
you know, I found out, you probably know, it was after I saw, if I rewatched the 1939 version, I found out that on YouTube it's free to
Yeah.
see that
Mm.
the 92. So I said, all right, let me see it. And I thought I didn't watch the whole thing. I still am going to, but I bounced around a lot to look at key
Yeah.
scenes. And I thought John Malkovich was great. I thought he did a great
Yeah.
performance as Lenny. I just thought he wasn't the right bulk. You know, he wasn't hulking enough, like a big. He was kind of skinny and stuff. He's supposed to be like this real hulking guy. But other than that's nitpicking. But basically, from what I saw, it follows the old movie pretty closely.
It does.
What a great movie. What an amazing book, too.
Yeah.
And speaking of Peter Jackson, who did the Beatles Get Back, have
Is
any
he
of
here?
you seen this?
What is it?
Oh,
No,
I've heard
he
about
shall
it.
not
I haven't
grow
seen it.
old.
I've heard good things
No.
about it.
It's amazing. It's footage. He cleaned it up just like he did Get Back. It's footage from
Oh, that's the
World
one.
War II,
Oh, yeah.
and it's amazing. And I like on YouTube, I always love watching really old movies or really old films that they've restored and colorized and all that, like from the 20s or whatever. Just it's something I love watching. So I highly recommend this to anybody that like.
That's
Well,
where
I
he
heard-
developed the technique that he used
Yeah.
on Get
Yeah.
Back, right?
That's what I
Yeah.
was going to say. Yeah. I was going to say that.
Okay, so I think Joe did a video on this. Hard Day's Night should be colorized or not?
No.
Yeah, I did a video on it. my overall answer is no.
It would be nice to see it,
But like I said, I agree.
Yeah.
I've got, I was more of a nudge when I was younger about that. Now I'm like, but I'll see I'd like to see what it looks like. But it has to be done well. Some of these colorizations are done very well, and some of them done crappy.
Mhm.
If they do it well, you can't tell the difference. I'd like to see it.
Did they do that with the Stagecoach, the John Wayne movie?
I don't know.
Because
They did a lot of movies like that. They colorized a lot of them.
Some of them came out terrible though.
Miracle on 34th Street, I know they did, which was not good.
But I still say, to me, A Hard Day's Night. It suits the black and white suits the Beatles in that era so much, and
It does.
I don't. And as I say, it's Liverpool, it's England, it's I don't know, gray.
I agree.
Mhm.
And the filmmaker
here
shot
we
it
go.
for
The-
black and white, but
The Almighty Cheese Man.
you've got to switch one member from the Stones with one member of the Beatles. Your choice. No, I don't.
I'll play.
I don't have to do that.
No, you don't have to do that.
Oh,
That's a
George
tough
Harrison for Keith.
yeah.
one. Wow.
If I had to pick somebody, I'm not saying Ringo, by the way. Nope.
So
Ringo's personality goes a long way.
I wanted to say something about, because Glenn and I are going to be ranking the songs on these in a video soon with Robert Hagerman. But I was thinking, how this era of the Rolling Stones is considered their best, right? And I was thinking, not that their albums in the 70s weren't really good, they were. But I think at this point, they were more live, you know what I mean? Like more raw. They weren't trying to do all the studio crap and bring in all of these other producers and everything. They just played, right?
Well, it was at that point when like Mick and Keith are really taking control over Brian Jones because
Yeah,
Brian Jones was kind of
yeah.
fading.
Yeah.
Especially there in Let It Bleed. I mean, he would quit. I mean, they fired him.
Yeah. Yeah, he does play on these, but he doesn't play very much because he was
No,
kind of.
no. It became Keith and Mick's band at that point.
Yeah.
I think that adds to it.
Yeah, Glenn Campbell.
Mhm.
His newest live album is very good. Live at the Troubadour.
Yeah.
It's
well,
fantastic.
I hope everybody's seen his documentary. That was very.
Oh, it's very,
Very
moving.
moving.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
I haven't been able to.
Why
bring
couldn't you
myself to
watch it?
I just find it too sad.
It I don't know. I can see that, but in a way, it's more moving than sad. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Stranger in
It's a
Moscow.
deep cut.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was a
There we go.
In a week.
7 days.
Wow.
Ooh, that's close.
Wow.
I Love LA by Randy Newman. Isn't it?
No. The other
Trio
band
band.
you're talking about.
Yeah, the original.
Mice
movie
and Man, the
was
original.
unanimous.
I need to see that. Yeah.
Oh.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I just wanted to mention the new David Bowie box set I got. One of his least loved albums is Hours, but these are all remastered. And even I used to think this was just, okay, it's kind of boring and all that. I love this now. They really did a fine job. Sometimes remastering a CD doesn't really do much, but for this one, like I really love this album now. So yeah. Glad I bought the box set. Yeah, John Malkovich in Johnny English is good.
And
Johnny English.
I'll pick Rebel Rebel for my favorite Bowie song.
Yeah,
Great pick.
I'll pick 5 years.
yeah.
I like Young Americans for some reason. That song just always does it for me.
Oh, I thought you were just talking about me.
I'm with Glenn.
That's a good
All
one.
right.
Yeah. It's like some of these bands like U2 and then even the Rolling Stones in their later years, they'd have like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different producers, it's like just use one producer.
How many?
Right?
I was gonna say, how many producers did Egypt Station have?
Yeah,
That's
just
the problem. Is
yeah.
At least use
Well,
one
New
producer for
had
the
a
whole
lot.
frickin' album.
New, yeah. Well, didn't he say for New he wanted it to be that where every song was a different production?
Yeah,
different
yeah.
yeah. Do you think he'll tour again, Joe?
I hope not. I know
Yeah.
that sounds terrible,
I know,
but
yeah.
I'm being honest about it. I mean, I feel like, I love Paul, but his voice is bad now, and live especially. I think in the studio he can write songs and make albums suited more to his voice, which he did, I think, with McCartney 3,
Mhm.
which I really liked. But live he's having a real hard time, and it's up to what he wants to do for
Mhm.
himself. But for me personally, as a fan, no, I don't miss it.
I get the impression that he's starting to like just kind of doing his thing at home.
Now, he'd love to play. Oh, he'd love to play live. Oh, from what
That's
I
what I'm
understand,
thinking too. He's
Oh.
got the urge.
he wants to do it. It's an ego thing too, and I
Yeah.
don't mean that in a negative way.
Mhm.
I mean that he likes that interaction with people,
Yeah.
and he likes to have people like him and his music, and it'd be cool to see. Oh, but Paul went into the 2020s and he's going to be. Is he?
He'll be
He's
80
going to
in
turn
June.
80. He's turning
Yeah.
80 in June, and he's
Yeah.
80, and he still did it. All that kind of thing. But boy, I just don't want it to get to the point where he embarrasses himself. It's getting close at times to that.
Yeah. I get that.
Yep, the
You
rules
have to wear
are
a cap to be in
you have
the
to wear a
Senate.
cap.
Yeah.
And our apologies to Randall Nelson. He's been very quiet
Yeah, sorry.
because it's just an audio issue.
Say something else, Randy.
Yeah,
Maybe
say
it's
something.
correct.
Is it still not working?
Oh, there you go. It's almost your
It's
voice
better.
is.
It's close.
That was better than before.
Close.
We can hear you, but your mouth doesn't move at the same time. It's kind of weird.
I don't know.
You have some latency issues, Randy, and maybe you should go see a doctor about
Oh my goodness.
Maybe I'll have to get
that.
a tablet or something like that. I'm just doing it on
That's
my home
better.
computer.
Yeah.
That's close.
It's better. It's better now, I think, than it was.
We've all had issues, haven't we, Glenn?
We have. I used to just drop off every
Yeah,
5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. A 28-year-old into old music. Wow.
Oh, there's a lot of young people into old music.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Yeah.
nephew's 18 and just loves it all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was listening to Sinatra, when I was 13, 12,
Wow.
11. And the Beatles, Beach Boys, all that stuff. When I was much younger.
Hey, Robert S., I agree with you. I'm a Baker's Banquet fan.
You can always listen to Sam. You can always listen to Megan Thee Stallion.
You're right. Actually, she's on the tape deck after I get off here.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think of anybody from today that I know I've heard of.
Nah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. What's this?
Absolutely.
Me
Don't-
neither. I saw her on one of those award shows. I was like recently.
No.
What is your favorite song off Sticky Fingers? Well, besides Brown
Besides
Sugar,
Brown Sugar,
it would
Wild
be
Horses.
Moonlight Mile, right, Glenn?
Moonlight Mile is my favorite Stones song.
Wow.
Wow. Good one.
It's up there for me, but probably Dead Flowers. That's
Dead
such a
Flowers
good
for me.
Yeah.
They're all
There you go,
great.
Randy.
I love the Towns Van Zandt version they have in the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, it's killer.
That is a good one. Yeah.
And Steve
we-
Earle did a good version of it.
Can
too.
we go back to the beginning and give another 90 minutes and give Randy a chance now to
Yeah,
catch
yeah.
up?
Well,
Well, why don't we
We've
just
got
let
another
Randall
2
talk for the
hours.
next 20 minutes and we'll be quiet.
you can talk about Kansas City, Randy, and how they lost.
Oh, baby.
I'm sorry.
Glad we did not do a sports talk right after that week after that. There'd be a lot of cussing, I think. Maybe.
Is that football?
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, David Bowie's one of my favorite artists. Yeah.
Is anybody interested in watching the Olympics?
No.
Is it kind of a non-event this year for some reason?
I've got it on the TV.
It's always a non-event for me, but especially this year.
Yeah, it's weird. Hockey's on now. USA and Russia.
Oh, well, that's a replay.
Yeah, it's a repeat. It's what they're streaming now on Peacock.
Sean Cassidy doing David Bowie. Now, that's just something.
I'll take a
It's
rain
like
check.
the Partridge Family doing Hendrix. It's kind of.
Yeah, rain check.
Todd Rundgren produced it?
Yeah, I was listening at 3 or 4. I was listening to, I'm sure whatever was on the radio.
I was listening to Al
We can't
Jolson.
convince Lynn of this. So.
Yeah, Can't You Hear Knocking's a great song.
That's a rocking song.
Good one.
Yeah.
Great instrumental part.
Oh,
There's Robert Hager.
Robert's back.
Robert.
Dogging it again.
He's been here all along.
He's on.
He
His
gets paid.
15th
He
break.
gets paid for doing this.
Yeah.
You
Got a
believe
good
that?
gig. Nice gig.
Well, I was
Yeah.
told we got paid to be on here.
No, you got to pay $20.
Oh, that's right.
So let's once more talk about our channels here. And first,
Start with Randy.
yes, Randall. We'll be quiet for 5 minutes and you can talk.
Well, I hope you can hear me, for one thing.
Yes.
And my voice gets kind of close to my lips. But I just like talking about records. I'm a big fan of almost all those genres, except I'm not into rap and I'm not into speed metal and jazz fusion. Some of those things I'm not real crazy about. But for the most part, I'll talk about any music, rock and early R&B and soul. I'm really into a lot too. But those are some of my favorites, and I like talking about them on the channel, doing the contests, and any of the threads that come around that I think are interesting. That's basically one thing.
Cool. Rich?
Name of the channel is my name, Rich Strickler. I like talking about music, movies, and sports. Collaboration videos are what I prefer to do if I can get people to come on with me, which I've been lucky enough to do. Work with Glenn, Sam, and Randy on different projects. Look forward to more. Sam and I are in the middle of a Beatles series now where we're taking each album one at a time and ranking the songs. Really enjoying that. Glenn and Randy and I do a sports show every week. Right now we're taking a week off. We did a Neil Young top 15 songs, which is currently uploaded, so check that out. And that's pretty much it. I like classic rock and singer-songwriters. That's my strong suit. So that's mostly what I talk about. I like playing the contests as well. And once in a while, if I get some albums, I'll show them as well. So that's pretty much it.
And Joe, tell us about your 15 different channels you have.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know about 15. Well, my main channel is on YouTube, Mean Mr. Mayo, where I talk mostly about Beatles, solo Beatles stuff, and other music as well, and some other funny things. I try to do some comedy stuff. I'm not as well as Larry. I'm not as much good as a comedian as Larry, but who is really, And then I have another channel, movies and TV, if you're interested in that. And I keep changing the title. It's either Mayo's Movies. Now I changed it to Mr. Mayo's Movies, but around there, Mr. Mayo's Movies. And one last thing, if you're interested at all in the solo Beatles, after they split up, I have a show with 3 of my co-hosts, and it's called Talk More Talk on YouTube, and it's named after a Paul McCartney song, solo song.
Nice.
Sam?
Well, yeah, like Rich, my channel name is my name, Sam St. John. I talk a lot about Americana, Tom Petty, Van Morrison, Bob Dylan. I love the Monkees, specifically Mike Nesmith. Every now and then I'll do a live thing where I'll play guitar and just talk to whoever's on there. Like Rich said, I'm on his channel quite a bit. Glenn and I have kind of been on hiatus. We were doing a show for a while where we kind of took a topic and discussed it. Hopefully that'll come back at some point once we figure out what we want to spread to the world.
Once I get home.
Yeah, once he leaves luxurious Orlando down there. But yeah, just come on over, Sam St. John, if you like any of that kind of music.
Glenn, I apologize, but we've run out of time. That's always funny every time I say it.
It
I
is.
don't know why,
It slays me. It slays me. I'm splitting the gut here, Larry. Hold on. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It's from the basement because that's where all my music is down there. My records, my CDs, my stereo, my instruments. So everything originates from there. And I hate to leave the place, but I am in Orlando, Florida for 6 weeks. So it kind of missing home a little bit, but not too much with the weather. But anyway, yeah, mostly talk about Beatles, Stones, Dylan, anything classic rock, and just any records that come into my house. We all display and show and talk about, and look forward to comments. Love to comment back and forth. So please come over and hang out.
Yeah. And all of their channel links are at the top of this live chat and in the description. So in 1995, Paul McCartney and Yoko Ono have officially collaborated on a song to commemorate the 50th anniversary. Commemorate. I don't know how to say that. The 50th anniversary of the U.S. bombing of Hiroshima. Have you heard it? No, I haven't.
I did not know that.
I've heard of it, but I've never heard it.
Hmm.
No matter what.
Yeah, I go along with Day After Day. That's my favorite.
Yeah, no matter what, I think too.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, that's a close second.
Let's say no matter what as well.
Sam?
I don't know enough of their stuff
don't know
to give
that?
a logical answer. No.
Just make a song up then.
I mean, I know "Come and Get It," obviously, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's great.
I only know 3, 4. I think. No, I know of a bunch of them, but the only ones that resonate with me about 3 or 4 of them.
It's kind of like they were great, but it is kind of depressing listening to their music, knowing what happened to 2 of the members, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tragedy.
Steve Morse and Liza Minnelli.
That's a great team.
Yeah.
Well, there's Robert again. He's not working.
Even Glenn.
There you
Just
go,
kidding,
Glenn.
love you,
Take
buddy.
that.
Robert, get back to work. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hi, Robert.
Robert.
New Neil Young album is fantastic. I was over the moon how good it is. I can't believe
Over the
it.
Harvest Moon.
I didn't buy it. I'm over the Harvest Moon. I didn't buy it for a while, and I picked it up just last week, and I'm loving it.
I think I heard something in my record store. If it was the new one, it was pretty good.
It is good. There's a few of the songs just acoustic and harmonica, and then a few rockin' songs with Crazy Horse. It's a great album.
I need to listen to it. Oh, the ever mysterious Robert.
Oh, is Robert sending you some
Yeah,
presents?
he said he's got some things he's got in the mail.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I'm interested.
Back to back with I don't know Star Crawlers.
No.
No.
No, not
No.
really. But,
Probably not. But for my taste, they kind of are.
me too, Joe.
Yeah. It's
I say hard rock.
just hard rock.
Hard rock.
Blues, hard heavy blues rock. Yeah. Baby Blues is a good song too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good song. I'll do that one.
Molly, do any of your significant others come on your channels, or am I the only one annoyingly doing it? You're not annoying, baby.
Well, you're the only one annoyingly doing it. The others come on, but they're not annoying.
The other one's on a break.
My significant other is camera shy and doesn't want to do it. But I don't even know if I'd want to do it. But mostly it's her.
Mm.
Yeah, my wife doesn't want to come on either.
Mine neither.
It gives them a break.
Larry's
Still
allowed at
looking
my
for a
house.
significant other.
And the rule, what's the rule, Larry, when you come into my house?
I can't film your wife.
Put your
or any
shoes
of my
on.
YouTube videos.
Uh,
She yells at me.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I totally understand and respect that. Like, yeah, some people don't want to be on YouTube. I can't blame them.
Yeah.
And Molly, you're not annoying. You're
No,
very entertaining.
he's a sweetheart. There's Robert again.
Oh,
Now he's a manager. I think there should be another manager that should fire him.
yeah.
He's always on the live streams. Yes,
He contributes more to the live streams when he's working than he does when he's on.
He talks more on the live stream when he's working. Yeah.
Judas Priest, yes, heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yes.
But who cares about genres? It's just music to me.
Mhm.
You know.
I'm kind of with you there.
Yeah. Oh, he's on his lunch. He's
Yeah,
on his
yeah.
lunch.
Yeah.
Long
What
lunch.
time is it? What time? It's 5:40 and he's on his lunch.
Jack.
Jack's Tracks Records. Hey guys, hi.
Hey,
Hi,
Jack.
Jack.
Jack's a guy we should get on one week. He's a ball of
Yeah.
fire, man. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, there is a documentary on the making of Burn.
Yeah, Robert sent me the link. I haven't had a chance to watch
You
it
sent it
yet.
to me as well.
That's good to know.
Blues inspired hard rock. Perfect description.
There you go.
I'm still here. I'm just doing something. Shut the window.
Yeah, I love
Big
that.
fan, fan, fan.
Just shut the
Yeah.
window.
Go put your clothes back on.
It's not because maybe a year from now.
Towns Van Zandt.
Yeah,
I love 'em.
awesome.
Yeah.
Happy
Me
to be
too.
into him. Yeah.
I have no significant other, Molly. I'm available, sweet.
Oh, he's still going. This 2 weeks he's after her.
Wow, Larry.
I'm not married.
Hello, Jerome.
Hello, gentlemen. I don't know about gentlemen, but
Yeah,
Who came in?
it's kind of insulting.
Molly,
Oh,
you're
Molly,
never
you are never annoying.
Larry, where are your cats? Well, my one cat, Jinx, is right there.
Hey, Jinx.
Here she is. Maybe I'll get her.
Are you sure that one's Jinx?
Oh.
There's the happiest cat in the world.
I am a cat fan.
Hey, Jinxie.
Doesn't look too thrilled over there.
Doesn't she look happy? She loves her owner.
Larry, check it. Check her pulse. Shoot.
Yeah. Check her pulse.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, let's not get
We
into
did that
the
last
pulse.
week. That's next question.
Good idea.
Yeah,
I got
we'll
myself
start
in
fighting.
trouble last week.
Glenn and I will start yelling at each other.
You can yell at each other anyway.
They'll be unsubbing you, Glenn, left and right, you know?
Oh man.
Funny.
Hey, a moment of silence. Isn't that nice?
Hello,
Yeah,
darkness.
we're all frozen.
Glenn,
So is
you
there
don't
any
have
new
anything to
releases
say?
or anything coming up that's exciting anyone to get? Like anybody waiting for anything? What's your next purchase? Anybody good?
I'm interested
Nothing.
in the
I'm
new.
still trying to get the Elvis Costello album.
I've got.
Is it
I'm
hard
at-
to find or?
No, I was supposed to. I ordered it, and then they said something happened to my delivery, so I never did get it. So
Oh.
and I went to the record store, and they didn't have it. I wanted to get the independent record store one that they're supposed to be at.
Yeah. I'm interested in the new Liam Gallagher album from Oasis. I like Oasis, and the song is really good that he just put out. It's written. I mean, I think who was it? It was either Glenn or Joe. I can't remember who was talking about it, but Dave Grohl wrote it. I know one of y'all were talking about Dave Grohl being on everything.
Oh yeah, he's a
That's why
slut. That guy.
He co-wrote it.
He's a music slut. He'll go on anything with anybody.
He'll even work with Paul McCartney.
Yeah, if there's a documentary, David Grohl's got to be on talking to somebody about something.
But it's a good
The
song.
new Tull.
There you
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, Robert got that Tull. I want to get it too. I wanted to get the album though, but it seemed like the CD was available.
Yeah. I love dogs too. I used to have a dog, Elmo, a real sweetie. Do you think Foo Fighters are overrated?
Yes.
No, they're just not my kind of music. But
They're not
I respect
overrated.
them,
No.
You know.
I just don't like David Grohl's. Every song he ends up screaming in. Like if he
Yeah.
just sing, I'd like it a lot more.
That's kind of my thing. Yeah. He kind of. I mean, he's very melodic, and I like him that he respects the old guys. You know that he likes. You know, Jeff Lynne and Paul McCartney. But I'm with you, Glenn. Like you'll hear a song and you get 2 minutes into it, you're like, this is pretty good, and then he screams, and you're like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. He can't leave that Nirvana past behind him. But I know Tom Petty really kind of jump-started his career back in the 90s. Yeah, because Grohl was the drummer with the Heartbreakers on SNL when Stan Lynch quit, when they fired him. And Grohl showed them the tapes to the first Foo Fighters album, which was essentially, all him. It was like a McCartney album. And Tom Petty said, you should do this. You shouldn't join the Heartbreakers, because they kind of offered to have him join the Heartbreakers for that tour, the Wildflowers tour.
How dumb a name is Foo Fighters? Like you think Oingo Boingo is bad? Where did Foo Fighters come from? Is there
it's an airplane, isn't it? Well,
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Back to work, Roger.
Yeah, Ian Anderson's lost his. He has no range in his voice. And the album is like
really?
pretty monotone vocally, but musically, it's a really interesting album.
I don't know Billy Talent.
Yeah,
No, they're pretty.
They're pretty popular, or they were. I don't know if they are
Yeah.
now, but they were pretty popular in Canada.
Yeah.
I never really listened to them.
Yeah.
That's me. I appreciate Grohl, and he's a great musician. I mean,
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Like,
he's really nice.
but he's so nice. He's annoying.
Yeah. He's got a biography out now too. I
Yeah,
think.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I got it for Christmas. I haven't read it yet.
I don't care about the
Future
Grammys.
Grammy.
I don't care, except I hope McCartney wins. He's up.
Yeah.
He's up for something. McCartney 3, maybe.
Yeah, like you watch that show now, and it's like you don't know who anybody is.
No, I don't care. I don't care less. What garbage. I'm sorry. Although the last time I watched, I remember liking a few acts, and I forget who it was. Oh boy, Bruno Mars, was that one of them that I thought was all right on the last one?
I think so. He did.
It's been a while. He had some girl group on. I can't remember what their name was. A rock group.
Last year, I was doing on Patreon. I was doing song reactions. People would send me songs, and somebody that I realized is pretty talented is that Harry Styles.
He really is.
I think I remember. I think I remember Harry Styles too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of these, that we don't really know, they do have talent, but they don't all do.
No.
Are you experienced? Is my favorite.
Ooh, that's hard.
Maybe Axis. Bold as well.
Well, that's a great song. I didn't
Little
say Little Wing. Little Wing, yeah.
I like too many. Purple Haze.
Tons of good ones.
I like Fire. Let me step.
Yeah.
Fire.
That's
Wind
what
It's a
Cries
type
Mary.
of UFO.
That's right.
Recorded and named by U.S. Oh, isn't that? I had no idea.
Yeah, Robert, I love their early albums and their debut albums. Their debut album is one of my favorite debut albums ever.
That's Matthew Street's band right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get Matthew Street on here sometime.
That'd be good.
Yeah. how many hours a day, week, on average, are you guys listening to music? So let's say every day, how many hours do you listen to music?
Recently,
Hour.
yeah, recently because I work at home. I listen to about probably 4 albums a day at least.
I don't know. But I'm also tackling movies. I watch movies too now. So it's like, if I watch a movie, do I listen to some music? I'm listening to music mostly in my car a lot when I'm driving.
That was me at one point. Was just in the car when I used to drive an hour to work.
Yeah, I watch more movies and sports than I do listen to music. I hate to admit that, but it's the truth.
I watch my sports with the sound down so I can listen to music.
I gotta start doing that.
I don't need the announcers.
Yeah,
telling
you
me
don't
what's
need
going
the
on. I can
announcers.
see it. No.
You can see it, right?
Yeah.
I'm spending all my time
So-
watching Larry's videos.
I've been re-listening to the
I watch
Beatles a
Larry's
lot.
videos with the sound down while I'm listening to music too. They're much better that way.
Just to give them the view.
I've been re-listening to a lot of Beatles lately because of Sam and I's project. But
Yeah.
for a while there, I was kind of dormant, not listening to much music.
That was me. at the
Wow. When
beginning.
I'm at home, like when I get back, I'm used at least 3 to 4 hours a day just staring at the stereo, listening to music, but doing
Yeah.
nothing else but
Yeah.
intently
But-
listening.
But there's so much, isn't there, between listening to music, watching movies and TV, watching videos, making videos.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you have a channel and you're making videos,
Yeah.
wow.
And then just life. Yeah.
I think the channel itself takes up 4 hours a day, just keeping up with other people's videos and
Yeah,
responding to
yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
making sure that you're in contact with people so they don't forget you.
Yeah.
I think I will listen to less music now that I'm doing things on YouTube and watching other people's channels than I did before.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, I have lots of movies, so I watch a lot of movies as well. So
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listen to probably at least 2 or 3 hours every evening, usually. I need to.
Sunshine Company. No.
Yes, I know them because I heard Robert S. talking about them earlier today to me. Other than that, I don't know them.
I don't know them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crosstown Trap's great off Electric
good.
Ladyland.
I need to check it out. Sunshine Company. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We were hoping to get to Matt. Glenn and I are going maybe during the week, right, Glenn?
Yeah.
Norman Maslow. We'll do a video together.
Mazzy said he's excited about doing it, so we'll get him on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He has got quite a collection, that Mazzy. Woo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Any thoughts on Todd Rundgren, Christopher Cross, Denny Lane, Jason Sheff, Badfinger, and Joey Moland touring?
What?
Wow.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's
But Badfinger is just Joey Moland.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all touring this
Yeah.
year.
That sounds like a good tour.
Because they did it with the White Album with Mickey Dolenz a couple
Yeah.
years ago for the 50th.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
didn't
so
know that.
yeah, this is legit. They've already announced some dates.
I didn't know Christopher Cross was still out there doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he had COVID really bad, and he was like using a
Yeah, he almost died from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was close, but yeah, he came to my area not too long ago, and his voice is all there. And he did an interview on CBS too, where he talked about it and sang, and he sounds great.
I've heard he's a really good guitarist.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
underrated. Like you don't think about it with his music, but
Yeah.
jazz, a lot of jazz chords. I think it's cool that Denny Lane is in it though.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah,
The Circle, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
That's funny.
I didn't know they were Canadian.
Somebody from the circle, I forget his name now, was supposed to be at the Fest for Beatles fans in New Jersey. He's going to be a guest in April, if they still
They had
have
some
it.
big hits in the 60s. Remember Red Rubber Ball and a
Yep.
couple others?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a Paul Simon pen song.
That's right. Yeah.
Red River Ball.
David Bowie for me.
David Bowie.
Bowie for sure.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm a
I'm
Michael
going to
Jackson.
take Michael Jackson over Bowie.
Michael Jackson. I can't fully get
Wow.
behind Bowie.
I mean, they're both pretty even.
Wayne Newton, yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Wayne Newton.
It upsets me.
We're all on the edge of our seats waiting for that box set. Yeah.
Donkashane. He hasn't done anything good since Donkashane in 1966.
Daddy, don't you walk so fast.
Yeah.
Wayne Newton's from the area that I live.
Oh, is he?
Mhm.
From Virginia.
Mhm.
It's
didn't
Wayne
know
Newton.
that.
I'm Wayne Newton. I got to do a song.
Yeah.
That's what Wayne Newton goes through Burger King drive.
There you go.
Trying to think like who else I'm going to do next. It's Wayne Newton. How you doing? It's Wayne. Does Dr. Sheen mean thank you?
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
could say Dr.
Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Sheen.
Get the bag of food. Yeah. That's fantastic.
I think I do pretty.
Oh, Morgan James is an excellent singer.
Who's Morgan James?
She was in Postmodern Jukebox. Some of their videos, she's in that.
Mm.
She likes staying on Broadway, but she's got an amazing voice. I bought 2 of her albums, and she can do bluesy stuff and R&B stuff, but she's pretty amazing. You can see her YouTube videos with Postmodern Jukebox doing some, modern. She does Maps by, can't think of the Maroon 5. Is that who it is? But she does a great version of that.
Yeah.
Better than their version. She does Dream On, a very, very good version of that.
Wow.
Glenn, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
If you were forced to listen to an hour of Wayne Newton or Bobby Goldsboro, where are you going?
Bobby Goldsboro.
Me too.
Honey. Honey,
Let me tell you something.
Play that song over and over.
I can't. I cry. That's the only song I cry when I cannot listen to that song without
That
crying.
Honey?
Yes, literally.
How
Yeah.
about watching Scotty grow? There's another one.
Yes, watching Scotty grow. Yeah. Bobby Goldsboro. Wow.
Total schlock.
I was a kid. I listened to that. My mother had that 45. Honey, I forget it. I still can't even get past saying. If you sing the first line or two, I tear up.
That's right.
I don't know if Neil Young's either one.
No, he's everything.
Yeah.
He's
He definitely
doesn't
inspired me.
You can't label him like Mac Davis song.
Mac Davis.
Was very talented. Yeah.
What the hell? So what was his big hit?
Baby, baby, don't get hooked on me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He wrote In the Ghetto. He wrote
That
that.
was like a number
really.
one song.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
He just passed away recently, I believe.
Yeah, last year or
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
He was
Yeah,
Sammy Davis's brother, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but maybe it was.
Mac.
I think it might have been a doctor.
Can you do Sammy Davis, Joe?
I want to order a McDonald's hamburger, and I mean it, baby.
Baby.
Have any of you seen Stevie Wonder's house?
I know
No.
what you're going to say.
Yeah, I know.
Neither
Here
is
we go.
Steve.
Yeah, neither is he.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
There you go.
I had a joke. Probably doesn't work these days. Do all of you know K.D. Lang, the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw really a newer album cover of hers. I thought I couldn't believe it was hers.
Yeah, she's talented. But anyway, my
Pretty
joke
much.
back in the day was, "What is K.D. Lang's favorite band?" And her answer is Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, okay.
Oh. You write your own material, Larry?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
That's an original joke.
Yeah, Robert S. Yeah, we were talking about Katie. Right, we saw that album cover. I don't know. You can't say too much, right? But I was like, that's K.D. Lang. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Red Roses. Was that Wayne Newton?
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought
that was a good
Bobby
song.
Vinton.
Bobby Vinton.
Wasn't that Bobby?
No, I think
Yeah.
I think it's Wayne Newton.
Wow.
We have to look that up.
I thought it was Bobby Vinton.
Me too.
Roses for a blue lady.
Blue Velvet was Bobby Vinton, wasn't it? I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Blue Velvet.
Yeah, Blue Velvet was. Yeah.
Larry, what is your
Larry.
opinion on Humphrey and Michael meeting at Triangle Park? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Humphrey Bogart.
I don't know.
Michael J. Fox.
Pork chops
I have
and
no idea.
applesauce.
Pork chops and applesauce.
I apologize, Bacon. I have no idea.
Bacon.
I had a nickel every time I said that. Yeah. Bacon apologizes to me. Yeah. As much as
Oh, Lord. Well, look at the time.
What do you know? 2 hours.
Oh, it's 5:59.
As soon as
Wow.
Bacon shows up, the
Yeah,
show's
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for leaving comments and questions. And I apologize if I missed anybody. So make sure you subscribe, check out all of the channels. The link is at the top of the live chat and in the description. Look at this, Bacon. So just saying goodbye to everybody and thank you so long, everyone. This was fun.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
It was a regular riot.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah,
I think it was that Katie Lang joke that really topped everything.
It did. That's a good way to leave them. Leave them laughing.
Well, now we're all waiting for Joe's Wayne Newton video.
I gotta think of some things to say in the video. I have a series where I go through drive-throughs. And you don't see me; you just hear my voice. You know, Archie Bunker buys what's the Burger King? I like to order a couple of hamburgers here. Yeah, I want to picking up something for the meatheads.
You know, what's sad is probably like Sam. Do you know of All in the Family?
Oh, I've got episodes.
Because that was such a good show.
Yeah.
It was.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Larry wants to go look at some bare naked ladies now. God.
I was gonna say, I'm sure a lot of those high school kids at the counters don't know what you're talking about, Joe.
Yeah.
That's what makes
No,
it
they
so
have the
great.
beauty of it. They don't know what
It's
I'm talking
great, yeah.
about. They have no idea.
And
I did Rodney Dangerfield once. I went to McDonald's. They told me that I don't deserve a break. Then I went over to Burger King and they told me over there I couldn't have it my way.
Oh, that's classic.
That's good stuff.
okay, so thanks everybody. We'll
Thank you.
stay on.
Thank you, guys.
We'll stay on for a couple of minutes after we leave this. But thank you everybody for dropping by and
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
chatting.
Subscribe to all these guys' channels. They're all
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, subscribe.
That's right.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Later.